Hi, it's Dean Taraborelli, and I'm reaching out today not as the founder of the Sanctuary, but as a person that spends a lot of money every month on health care that I can't use most of the time for the health care that I choose to receive, rather than take the health care that's provided in my network. So I can tell you how frustrating that is, to pay this monthly bill month in and month out and not be able to use it. So wanted to talk to you a little bit about the 20-year journey of the Sanctuary and insurance, and why that we are unable to take insurance coverage for you. And number one is insurance doesn't pay the way that they used to pay. So insurance, it's a business, and so they want to be as efficient as possible. And so insurance, they're really cracking down on residential care, and in that regard, what they're trying to do is A, not pay for primary care, so it's harder to get in under insurance coverage. Then they're paying for less. So what insurance companies are trying to do is to actually step people down to the most efficient or cheapest level of care, which makes sense. Hey, if I'm in intensive care and I don't need to be there, great. Mental health does not work that way. So stepping a person down to a lower level of care might alleviate a symptom, right? So we get a lot of people at the Sanctuary that are suicidal, for example. So a person might be actively suicidal, and a week later they're not actively suicidal anymore, so their symptoms are less, but have they resolved the root cause of their depression in the first place, so that these bouts of these intense symptoms don't return? And the answer is probably not. And so we found that having a client that's not here for an amount of time to get to the deeper layers and the deeper levels is not of service to them. And we got to get to the root cause of what is bothering people and alleviate that, and then people are free. And so insurance also, their daily rate is less than our insurance, that our psychiatrist charges for one session, and our people are seeing her every single week. We have 2 sessions every single afternoon. A lot of the holistic stuff that is so powerful isn't even considered valid by insurance companies. So while insurance, I think, has been opening up to more things like ketamine and other alternative things, they're still so far behind in terms of care and wellness. And that's why we are unable to take insurance. And what's interesting is that we found that people that are discerning and have been through the system a whole bunch and gone in insurance and tried all the usual more popular things come to the Sanctuary and wind up having this be the last place that they need to come. Just to share the frustration that we share along with you. So, just one case in point. So insurance companies don't have to tell you how much they're going to pay. It's this very mysterious thing. And so we had a client that we treated for an entire month. We did the utilization reviews, which are these little reports you have to send insurance every 3 days about why we're not putting a person on medication, or so they can manage their care even though the person is not in their care. And so we go through this entire month. The person actually was quite successful in their treatment. We did everything the insurance company asked us to do to provide what we were doing. We had the files, everything. At the end of now 90 days after the person leaves treatment, we get a check in the mail for $3,000 for an entire month of treatment. And so we spent however many weeks going back and forth and trying to figure out why it is, and eventually gave up. So we've just really come to this conclusion. We are amazing at what we do, and we are not so great at fighting a system that needs to be revitalized anyway. None of it is working. And so wanted to just share that from our hearts, because we're in this thing with you.